All right, so we're gonna go over quickly just some hints for this review for the end of unit 1 and the beginning of unit 2. Okay, so for problem 1, we have a diagram and we're told, see this little box right here? This is a 90-degree angle. So we know that these two angles add up to 90 degrees. They're complementary. Okay, so you're gonna write your equation. You're gonna start by writing your equation from the diagram. So you have to write an equation that says that together these two angles add up to 90 degrees and then solve it. Yeah? Now this problem is asking to solve for x, so once you get x, you're done. You don't even have to plug it in. Kind of nice. This one, we've got a straight line here, so that's 180 degrees. These two angles add up to 180 degrees. So when you write your equation, you're going to say this angle and this angle together add up to 180. Good? That's how you're going to start those two. Come on, mouse. There we go. Okay. This one is usually the type of problem that students have trouble with. So they tell you in words that BD bisects angle ABC. Bisects. Bisect. Bi means two, sect means cut. So this angle is cut perfectly in half, which tells you that the measure of these angles is the same. So when you write your equation, you have to somehow say that these two angles are the same in an equation. Good? Okay? And all these answers are on the Google Drive. Okay, this one's kind of tricky. So notice we've got two variables. We've got an x and we have a y. So we can't write an equation with an x and a y with two unknowns. So we're going to have to start with these two angles because they both have an x in them. That's a straight line, so it's just like the previous one. These two angles together add up to 180 degrees. You'll solve for x. Once you have x, then you can find y pretty easily. And there's a couple ways to do it, but I would probably look at this line right here because these two angles add up to 180. Or you can look at the vertical angles because those should be congruent, the same. Okay. Next page on the back. When they tell you that two angles are complementary, that means that they add up to 90 degrees. So you're gonna have to write an equation that says that these two angles together add up to 90 degrees. This one, these two angles are supplementary. Together, they add up to 180. Are you guys with me? Give me some feedback. Okay. So this is just identifying vertical angles, linear pair, or neither. Vertical angles are formed by lines that intersect. So 7 and 9, that's one pair. A linear pair, in fact I have it on the board here. Is that in my video? Yes, okay. A linear pair are two angles, it's a pair, so there's only two that add up to 180 degrees, and they have to share a side and a vertex. So an example of a linear pair here would be 6 and 7. And then neither would be, like these three right here, 1, 5, and 4. Yes, they do add up to 180 degrees, they form a straight line, but they're not a linear pair because it's three angles, and a pair means two. I am not going to go over 7. I think you can get that. I just went over inverse, converse, and contrapositive. And just did law of attachment and law of selection. Okay, finished. All right, you guys work, and then we will go over the answers. Peace out.